Upcoming. Because there is a hidden system running silently in every school, every workplace, and every social circle. A system that decides who gets chosen, who gets ignored, and who slowly disappears without even realizing it. Most people spend their entire life trying to be good enough. Improving, working harder, staying patient, believing that effort alone will eventually speak for them. But the uncomfortable truth is this. In today's world, being good is not enough anymore. If you are not seen, you are forgotten. And this is exactly where everything changes. Because once you understand how attention really works, you will realize why some people rise effortlessly, while others stay invisible no matter how much they try. Let's get into it. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. This law means attention is not given randomly. It is taken, shaped, and controlled. The people you see rising everywhere are not always the most talented. They are the most visible. They understand how to be noticed in a crowded world where everyone is fighting for a moment of focus. Think about it. In every class, every office, every group, there are people who don't even say much, but still everyone knows them. And there are others who work harder, speak better, and stay more consistent. Yet they remain in the background. Why? Because silence doesn't create presence. And presence is what the world rewards first. This is where Law 6 becomes dangerous and powerful at the same time. If you don't court attention in some form, the world will simply move on without you noticing it. Not because you are unimportant, but because you are unseen. And once you understand this, everything starts to look different. You begin to notice how certain people always have something that pulls attention toward them. It might be the way they speak, the way they carry themselves, or simply the way they enter a room. They don't always try to be loud, but they are noticed. And in this world, being noticed is the first step to being valued. Meanwhile, others stay quiet, stay modest, stay behind the scenes, thinking that eventually their work will speak for itself. But the reality is harsh work that no one sees often gets treated like it never existed. This is where most people make a silent mistake. They confuse invisibility with humility and attention with arrogance. But Law 6 is not telling you to be fake or over the top. It is telling you something deeper. If you want influence, you must be seen in some way that matters. Because attention is not just noise, it is currency. And those who understand how to earn it, direct it, and hold it, slowly start to shape how others see them, trust them, and follow them. And this is where the real shift happens. Because once attention is gained, it doesn't just stay passive, it starts creating results. People begin to listen more carefully. Opportunities start appearing faster. Even mistakes start getting forgiven more easily. Not because the person became perfect, but because they became visible enough to matter. But here's the part most people misunderstand. Court attention does not mean becoming fake, loud, or constantly performing. That kind of attention fades quickly. Real power comes from controlled visibility, knowing when to speak, how to present yourself, and how to leave an impression that lasts even after you are gone. Some people try to chase attention in the wrong way, by copying others, overacting, or trying too hard. But Law 6 is not about chasing attention blindly. It is about understanding that in a world full of noise, silence alone is not a strategy. You must exist in people's minds, not just in your own effort. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't always reward the hardest worker. It rewards the one it remembers. And that is the final truth of Law 6. If you are invisible, your potential stays locked inside you. No matter how talented you are, no matter how much effort you put in, the world cannot reward what it does not notice. But the moment you learn how attention works, everything changes. You don't just wait for opportunities anymore. You start creating presence. You stop hoping to be chosen. You start becoming impossible to ignore. Because in the end, this is not about being loud. It is about being remembered. And now the real question is, are you going to stay in the background, hoping someone notices your effort someday? Or are you going to step into the space where attention naturally follows you? Think about that. Because Law 6 is simple, but it changes everything. If they don't see you, they won't value you. Before you go, understand this on a deeper level. Attention is not something random that falls on a lucky few. It is not luck, and it is not coincidence. It is a force that can be shaped, directed, and controlled by those who understand how the world truly works. Every person you remember today, whether it's in your class, your circle, your workplace, or even online, they are not always the most talented. But they are the ones who manage to stay present in your mind. They created an impression that didn't disappear after a moment. And that is exactly what Law 6 is teaching you. If you are not seen, you are not remembered. And if you are not remembered, you are not chosen. You can be hardworking, honest, and capable. But if your presence is weak, the world will quietly move forward without you. Not because you lack value, but because value that is hidden often gets overlooked. But the moment you understand attention, you stop living like a background character. You start becoming intentional. You start shaping how people perceive you. You learn when to step forward, how to stand out, and how to leave an impact that stays even after you leave the room. And slowly, things begin to change. People start noticing your work. Your voice starts carrying more weight. Your presence starts creating influence without you forcing it. Not because you changed who you are, but because you finally learned how visibility works in a world full of noise. But remember this carefully. This is not about becoming fake. This is not about acting like someone else. This is about understanding that in silence, even greatness can disappear. So take this law seriously, because it quietly decides who rises and who remains unseen. And now ask yourself one thing. Are you going to stay comfortable in the background, hoping someone eventually discovers your effort? Or are you going to step into the space where attention naturally starts finding you? Think about that, because once you understand this law, there is no going back to ignorance. And if this message made you think differently, even for a second, then don't leave it here. Like, comment, and subscribe, because in the next video, we're going to break down Law 7, and this one is even more powerful, more unpredictable, and more dangerous than everything you've heard so far. Stay tuned, because what comes next can change how you see power completely.